My name is Adelaida Gutiérrez. I am a forming industrial designer from Colombia, and my passion is traveling my country. In one of my trips, I ended up in Nuquí, a marvelous place where the Pacific Ocean meets the jungle. Last year, I had the opportunity to meet Josie, a joyful 6-year-old boy. 6 months ago, I received a call from Josie's mother, crying, telling me that Josie had the #1 threat in their community, malaria. After 8 days, he got treatment and fortunately survived, but this delay costed him a lifelong kidney failure. Sadly, delays like this are frequent in similar isolated communities, which lack appropriate access to healthcare. Many survivors, like Josie, end up with sequels, and others, not so lucky, die waiting to be treated. Like Josie, there are 8 million other people in Colombia who are at risk of being infected every single day. To get an idea, this is about half of the population in the Netherlands. Only within the first 6 months of 2020, there were more than 45,000 malaria cases reported in Colombia, which is twice the population of TU Delft. This map shows this year's malaria infections in Colombia. Red areas match the Afro and indigenous communities, which make up 43% of cases. In most of these places, there is no way to run tests and medications have to be sent from big cities, taking too long or even worse, never arriving. Unfortunately, malaria is not just being present in Colombia, but in the entire world. In 2018, 3% of our world population was diagnosed with malaria. This is not just a one-year pandemic, it's happening every single year. Given the case of Josie, I set myself the purpose to look for an alternative. And after some research, I came to Artemisa Annua, a medicinal plant that has cured over 20,000 cases of malaria in Africa, with 4 daily infusions during 8 days. This same plant's component is what pharmaceutists use today for traditional treatment. By creating communitarian crops of Artemisa Annua, we will empower isolated communities to be self-sufficient with malaria treatment. In addition to the infrastructure that we aim to build together with them, we will provide all the knowledge needed for the sustainability, care, and use of these crops through interventions and trainings to the community and its leaders. We estimate that with a 30-meter-square greenhouse, we can produce 500 malaria treatments, which is enough for the 400 to 600 people communities we want to impact. The most important benefits of these solutions are: it is replicable in many other contexts of Colombia and the world. It is implementable in the precarious conditions of the communities we want to impact, and it does not collide at all with their traditions. We have already taken the first steps, but we know there is still a long road ahead of us, and our next stop is getting financial aid to implement the first pilot of our project. Let's break the walls of malaria's treatment accessibility together.